Is everybody ready? Do we have 6:30?
Yes.
Sorry, yes.
All right, before we start the meeting, if you have a cell phone, if you would put it on silence, and please make note that this meeting is being recorded. With that said, at 6:30, I would like to open up the public meeting of the Woburn Conservation Commission. It is March 7th, 2024. Oddly enough, once again, we have no public hearings. So first on the agenda is a introduction to our new Community Gardens Coordinator, Mrs. Samantha Langone. And I apologize that we have 3 members missing. I know you're acquainted with one of them, but the
Yes.
other 2, I apologize for them not being here.
That's okay. I was going to start off saying I believe I know most of you, but if I don't know you, I'm Samantha Langone. I'm a kindergarten teacher at the Reeves, and I walk the pond daily, so just being able to be in this position, it's really exciting for me. Over the past 2 years, I've shadowed and have helped handle, not really helped, unofficially helped with guidance and whatnot with Anthony. So I will continue to have his support throughout this transition. I will still continue to work very closely with Jerry, because we plan to go over the rules, the new gardeners on the wait list, figure out our opening date, and just get all of that prepared for everything so it's ready to go. I'm just very excited to have this opportunity to meet all of you and just be in this position, and I'm just excited for the garden season to begin.
Well, officially welcome, and thank you for your efforts that will be.
Yay, I'm very happy.
I'm so
Welcome
happy
and
too.
congrats.
Thank
Good
you.
for you.
Thank you.
Once
I
you
can
get
feel your
some time-
enthusiasm.
I know a lot of the gardeners already just from the
Yeah.
years, and it was really funny, like when we got engaged, they were so happy for us. Some of them gave us like flowers and
Yeah, no,
some of their
that's so
vegetables,
nice. I'm
and
happy.
I'm
Yeah.
excited to meet them and say about our marriage now. So it's fun. I've been through the process with him, and I'll continue to carry it on.
Well, I know from being around a long time, it's not an easy job,
Right.
and sometimes a thankless job.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure you have the full support of the commission.
Totally.
And
Thank you.
100%.
anytime as chairman, I can do anything to help out, please don't feel free to call.
Thank you.
And good luck with everything, and if there's any changes, any things that you see that could improve, let us know.
Okay.
We'll have you back.
Thank
Yeah,
you. I really
definitely.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm excited for it. So again, I appreciate this. Thank
Anybody
you.
have any questions for
No, I'm
Samantha?
I do, other than a
thrilled.
welcome.
Good
Go
for
ahead.
you.
So other than the welcome, first of all, yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
This is
Yeah.
great news. So I just want a little, Teresa knows I drive people crazy about education. Is this a newly appointed position? I mean, what's going on here?
Typically, it has always been
Volunteer, I think.
Yeah.
subdivision of conservation.
Yeah.
Somebody on the commission takes it over,
Right,
and it was a volunteer position.
yep,
And over the years, we have found that it's really, really time consuming. And we figured that somebody that could be associated through a non-membership of the commission could take over the gardens and have a stipend for them, that would probably be the best way to go, because Jerry had it, I see another member in the audience that had it for a while, and
Now it's in my hands.
it is
Yeah.
a lot of work.
so no question about it. So it's a new position. I'm
Yes.
excited. Congratulations. It's a stipend. That's great news because that's progress. This is all good negotiation. And I want to give you my commitment that I will support you, and I've got plenty of ideas. We won't go over them tonight, but we'll have good conversations. A lot of work down there.
I've told Anthony quite a few times that I have some new ideas for it too, and try to make some changes and just I'm excited for it. So
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that.
That's
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you.
Of course.
Terrific.
Samantha,
Yes.
Thank you for coming in, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to add one
Yes.
thing too, and just congratulate you on
Thank
this new role. It's really important, and I'm glad that you've got it. If there's anything that I can do, you have my support
Thank you.
100%. There's a whole team of folks that are over there that I'm more than willing to step up and help too, so,
Thank you.
okay?
I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
All right, next on the agenda, under file request, Patricia Evelez. The locus is 10 to 12 Charles O'Neill Drive, DP number 348-0558, certificate of compliance. We did a site walk out there, and there were some minor differences, but the property looked real stable and in good shape. So it would be my recommendation that we issue the certificate of compliance. If there's any discussion, we certainly can have that now.
I would agree.
I agree with that.
Agreed.
So I need a motion to issue.
I'll make that motion to issue a cert of compliance, DEP number 348-0558 for Patricia Avalez.
I'll second that.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Jerry, I did a good job.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, next on the agenda is Mill Street Development LLC. Locus is 43R, 53, 57, 59, and 61 Mill Street, DP number 348-0762. Request for a 3-year extension on the permit. This is a little early, but I went out there yesterday and talked to the people that we did the original site walk with, and the site looked like it was in pretty good shape. They just want to try to get ahead of the whole situation and not come down to the wire and be under the gun. So I think they're being a little proactive, and I think that's good. So it would be my recommendation that we issue for a 3-year extension on the permit.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Well, I have to go.
Thank you.
All right, next on the agenda, item 4 is encroachment. We have Brian Melanson, we have Locust is 5 Robinson Way. We have an encroachment on that property. We did a site walk, and knowing what was there and what we saw, I was impressed with the timely manner that it got done. The granite post that identify the conservation restriction, I think is terrific. I think we have someone here to speak to us about it, but I think the site walk went well.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the record, Attorney James Giuliano, Giuliano Law Group, 607, now 607 Main Street. Yeah, just to reiterate what you said, I think I came a little bit late in this game. This is taken over from Mr. Salvati, who's upstairs now. So, but to my recollection, there was some issues that were addressed in a letter that my client did agree to perform. Those were performed. Site visit was satisfactory to the board. So I'm just really here to make sure anybody has any questions or anything that I can assist with. My client is closing tomorrow, or actually today. And this was the request of the buyers, hence, obviously the rectifying all these issues. And I want to thank everybody for the timely manner. I know it was kind of a
Oh, they did a great
a
job.
rush. Yeah, I think so. Thank you.
Yep.
Any other
Great.
questions or
We're
comments?
very happy, I think.
Yeah, I was very
For
pleased.
everyone, yeah, looks great. It's almost like we can look towards the future as an example.
So if I could, just a comment, and then if you don't mind, I'll make the motion. So just a comment. First of all, outstanding signature on this package. The package looks good. I really like that signature. I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
But I have to say this, and Pauline said it, and I just want to rebound off it. That's an outstanding job, and I actually do have it in my mind. That's actually a gold example of what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Those granite posts were perfect. They were perfectly placed. It's permanent. It's not a post and rail. It's going to deteriorate and all that. And that sign, and though I do agree some of the comments, the sign was a little bigger than we even anticipated. It's not bad. I like it because it's that, but still,
Yeah.
it stands out. What does it mean in perpetuity? In perpetuity.
Forever.
Perpetuity, what it means is,
Yep.
the next guy comes in, and then they sell, and someone else comes in, and then it's not, well, they said, well, I didn't know, and all that. That thing's there, so that means a lot. So please, communicate. It was an outstanding job, and I'm very pleased. And to that end, I'd like to make a motion. I'd like to make the motion that the encroachment has been removed to the satisfaction of the commission.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Thank you. Good seeing
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. John Hancock.
Hasn't changed.
Teresa, we don't need to sign anything?
No.
Okay. Under business items, we have not received minutes, so we'll forward that to our next meeting. Scheduled site visits, I have 2 that I would recommend. We got a complaint today from 10 Pigeon Road, that the wetland behind this property was observing tires and batteries and street cones and all kinds of debris being placed into the wetland. Now, to give you guys a idea as to where that is, you go down Green Street, take a right onto Holton, take the first right off of Holton, then the first left, that's Pigeon. It turns into a cul-de-sac, there's a wetland, and then the other development on the other side is Blueberry Hill, to give you an idea.
Yep.
So we have permission from the residents at 10 Pigeon to go on their property and observe from their property. And then if we deem it necessary, we can maybe take a ride over to Blueberry Hill and take a look from that side as well. I'd like to have as many people, I know Jerry will be back in town for Saturday, and Saturday's supposed to be the driest day of the weekend. I think John will probably be available. I don't know about Kevin, but I think it's a serious enough problem that the entire commission should take a look at it.
Are you referring to this Saturday, the 9th?
Yeah,
So I'm only available in the morning.
okay.
Like, at first thing. But I don't wanna hold anyone up.
9 o'clock, is
Oh,
that?
God, yeah. First for me could be even earlier, so, like,
So,
yeah.
So Jim, are you around Saturday?
Yeah, 9 o'clock Saturday works fine for me.
I'm sorry, I'm not, I'm out of town.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry.
But I can go on to separate, I know this is important. How are you spelling the name of that street? I'm having a hard time hearing, to be honest with you.
It's right on this.
Oh, it's right on that, thank you, I got it. So I will take a ride by there,
I
Mr.
will-
Chairman, and I know it's a very important.
And also, I can do the same thing, Steve, if,
Yeah.
you know, so, like, don't base it all on me, because even 9 o'clock is a little late. I need to go early. I need some time on Saturday to do things, so if it's better for you, I can just go and do it myself.
Okay. Well, because I don't know about John and I don't know about
Right.
Kevin, but we lose Jerry again on Monday. He's going out of town again for another week, so, let's plan on this Saturday at 9 o'clock at, 10 Pigeon Road. And if anything changes, I'll call people.
I normally can't do it, but I can do first thing in the morning tomorrow. I don't know if that helps anyone. I don't know, are you retired?
I am.
Okay, so it's odd for me to be able to do like a weekday to.
I could do tomorrow
include
morning.
Steve. So,
I'm leaving in the afternoon, I'm leaving at noontime.
I can't do the afternoon, but I could do just throwing it out there. Because I think we'd like to be together, so.
Yeah.
Jim, you can do Friday, tomorrow,
I can do tomorrow. What time on,
9?
want to do 9 o'clock? Okay.
Nine's fine with me,
Oh,
nine's fine with
okay.
me, that's fine.
Steve?
Yes, I'm retired, 9
And you-
o'clock's fine, I could do
You're-
6 in the
You're saying
morning.
no.
All
I
right,
could do 6 in the morning.
Okay.
Yes, 9's fine.
Do you want to try and
I'll-
do that?
I'll call John and Jerry tonight. I know Kevin is not available tonight. I'll call him first thing in the morning. And if they can make it, fine. Otherwise, it'll be the 4 of us tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Is that enough time to
Well,
to let the homeowner know?
so I would ask you to call the homeowner. I gave you the phone number. If you're going to do that, you should call either, maybe tonight, if it's not late.
Do I have,
You do.
I'm
Probably-
sorry.
probably not in
I
front of
just
you.
was trying to do it so.
I mean, I
that
can let them
everybody
know
would
if
go
it's
together.
Saturday, but if it's tomorrow morning, then I think
Yeah.
you should call tonight because it's not very much notice.
oh, is it on the email?
Yes,
Okay. So when I get home, I'll call tonight.
that would be great.
So tomorrow morning at 9. And again, the easiest way to get there is if you go down Green Street, take a right onto Holton, a right onto the first right, and then a left.
I'm following you, but can I just write down the address again?
It's actually right on the,
Sorry.
it's on the, the aerial.
I don't have that.
I don't have it either.
Oh, well then let me give it to you.
Well, maybe I do, here. North, 62 Holton Street, is that it? Okay, I got it. I do have it. Sorry. Yeah.
If you don't have this, I'll just give it to you. It's this one right here.
No, I think I have it.
It would be separate, it's not part of
Oh, it isn't?
it. No.
Oh, okay.
It's all by itself.
All right, then I don't have it, okay. Mhm. But it's the same address?
It's,
Number 70, is it?
no, it's 10, and it's the one that's highlighted.
No, I know,
Oh,
but,
okay.
but it doesn't have it. I just want to write the address,
Yeah,
because,
doesn't it say 10 in that box?
okay,
Maybe.
okay. So 10 Pigeon
Oh,
Road.
the 70 is the contour lines,
Yeah.
the red number.
All right, so 10
10.
Pigeon Road. Sorry, Teresa, thank you very much.
Okay.
And the other site walk is 5 to 7 Kaposi Circle. A couple of trees in the last storm came down out of the wetland, and they want permission to clean that up, and that should be almost a drive-by looking at the pictures. I mean, we can go after the first one, and if it took any more than 10 minutes, I would be surprised. So those of you that can continue on to Kaposi, we can do that.
Okay?
Kaposi, right?
Yep, 10 to 12 Kaposi.
Again for
No,
tomorrow.
5 to 7.
Oh, 5 to 10, I'm sorry.
5 to 7.
5 to 7.
And that's on this.
Any others that you can think of, Teresa?
No, we had, the commission has in the envelopes that I gave for next meeting, an RDA, and that's at Lions Park. I know the commission is very familiar with the property. So if members feel that you want to go out, you could probably do that one on your own.
Okay. All right, moving on. John's not here, so we'll pass on.
So Conservation Day, I will just remind everyone, there's a
Next
planning
week.
meeting a week from tonight,
Yep.
beginning at 5:30 PM. Is that right?
5:30,
5:30?
yeah,
And that will be downstairs in the engineering conference room.
Okay.
right.
Yes, it is. And you're very welcome to attend. Thank you.
Steve, tree program, any update?
I do. So too bad we have so many members missing because we have so many updates. I am already, here we go, 3-day update. First thing before we go any further, I thought I was being pretty efficient. I had my action items written around, I passed them out and everything like that. And I never even asked the biggest question at the beginning, which is, can people show up and help that day? So if I could just start off tonight, so I don't forget to do that. The commitment would be in the City Hall parking lot on April 27th from 8 in the morning till 10:30, so that's the commitment. So if I could just take a roll call here, I at least have to figure out how many people I'm going to have. Teresa, are you able to make it?
Yes.
Yes, are you, Dwayne?
I believe so.
I believe so, that's a check. Pauline?
I have a wedding.
So that would be a no. Gee, and you were going to have coffee this year. To go. What about yourself?
I can make it.
Okay, good. So I will do the poll with everybody else, and you're going to find out in a minute why it is so important. To the second item, so the first item was to get on my agenda here is to get the commitment. Thank you all for committing to it. The second thing is kudos. So in the last meeting, our esteemed colleague, who was not here tonight, Commissioner Meany, came up with the creative idea. And it was creative. And evidently, it must have been a good idea, because our other esteemed colleague, Teresa, took the idea, ran with it, and this is the result. We are going to use the revenue money. There is a process to do it. Teresa has figured out a way. So in general terms, what does that mean? On the average, with the money we have available, around $3,000, it ends up to be about 25 trees. So instead of 25 trees this year, we're going for 40, we're going big, and it's a 60% increase, and this is a tremendous idea. And I'm actually very pleased and excited about it, but I'm also very upset. What I'm upset about is, I didn't think of it. So Kevin, great idea on Kevin, Teresa going with it, and this is working out well. I can tell you that McHugh's florist is pleased with the results here. So I think we're looking forward to it being a year, but it's also being a challenge. The reality of it is, going from 25 to 40 is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Teresa and I have been working on logistics, Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, of what to do, but we're going to execute against the plan, and we're gonna get the word out, we're gonna see how it goes, and then we're gonna pray. So we're going for 40, and I'm hoping for this year to be a banner year and something that we can all be proud of. So lots of good things. We have new commissioners coming on board here, stipends being given, 40 trees. This is a banner year this year for sure, so.
And it should be, because you know what? The economy's doing better. So
Economy's
let's-
doing better.
Let's be all positive here.
Right, and remember, during the pandemic and the down years, we couldn't run the program, so that
Right.
was kind of lousy and
Exactly.
everything, so this is like a comeback.
Yeah, no, seriously.
So I'm very excited.
Good
I hope
job.
everybody else is.
Good
And
job.
I don't want to take any of the credit. I don't want to take any of the blame either, but I don't want to take any of the credit.
I'm just
because-
saying
I'm
everybody,
kidding.
good job.
I'm kidding, yes, good job to us
Good
all.
work.
Yes, we're a good team.
That's all I mean.
Yes, it's a good
Teamwork.
team. I agree with you.
I didn't do anything, but, you know,
I didn't
just,
either.
yeah,
There you go.
It's a team effort.
But,
yeah,
so my update is 25 to 40.
nice.
Chasing down the commits. We're gonna figure out a way of getting to 40, and we're gonna hope it happens. So I'm looking forward to a big year. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Good.
Increase to 40, but is the increase including new species or just the same species, but
Maybe adding to the numbers.
adding?
Go ahead, Tracy, why don't you can,
Well, yeah,
Bingo.
so, yes, we are adding additional varieties.
Oh, good,
Yes.
excellent.
so just to go on quick, it's gonna be the red maple, it's gonna be the thundercloud, it's gonna be the rising sun, it's gonna be the autumn brilliance, and it's going to be the flowering dogwood, and the quantities are 40. The trees are on hand, they're pretty good. And by the way, just, not that it matters to anyone else, it was just bugging me. That whole 25-gallon thing, remember on the list I showed you and all that? That was for real. That pot would have been 25, because I asked the question with Megan, I sat down with Megan, went over with her, she said, no, for real, it was 25 gallons. I said, well, there's no way I'm gonna take that off the back of a truck or anything like that, so. But anyways, they're all 10-gallon containers, and I think we're gonna need people here at 8 in the morning, because I'm worried about the 40 trees, so. We'll be fine.
So, Mr. Chairman, I would suggest that we delete item E, because it's the same as B, which I didn't realize.
I've already got a black line through it.
Didn't notice that until just now.
All right, moving on. Did everybody see the correspondence from the chair from Winchester Commission?
I did see it, yes.
Yes.
I don't really have a context, so.
Any comments or feelings on,
I have a question.
yep,
So obviously, very interesting, right? This is Winchester coming to us and asking us to do a joint venture and all that. Over the years, has it been your experience that we've done joint ventures? Would this be the first one we've ever done? Is this?
as far as I know, between two communities, this would be the first venture that
So it's a pioneering thing.
we've had only Woburn issues, but we've had property that actually is in several different towns, but we didn't have to deal with the other towns. We just dealt with the Woburn regs. But as a joint venture, I don't. Teresa, do you remember?
Well,
So
we were
this is
pulled
actually-
into something, weren't we?
I'm sorry, what?
Weren't we pulled into something like?
So,
like-
so this is not to confuse the commission, that chair's gonna drive me crazy, hang on.
Sorry.
Oh. So this is not in terms of wetland development. This is, there's a parcel of land that was given to the Conservation Commission in Woburn. There is also a parcel of land which is
It's all
for the
tied in
Conservation
with-
Commission in Winchester. And
it's all
they,
tied in with that development.
they're right next to each other.
Yes, okay.
So what Winchester is asking is if Woburn is interested in maybe having a joint meeting or something. It's very preliminary. So I think it's just to see like, hey, if they're looking to develop, they're looking for ideas to develop their portion of the property. And when I say develop, I mean for trails and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think that they're trying to see whether or not it might make sense to have conversations with Woburn so that if there's a trail that might connect the two communities.
I would be open for that if that makes sense, that as a town, we can, a city, that we can do that, but yeah.
So I think that, given that, I
We're
can
not
certainly.
committing to anything, so.
No, well, you really kind of can't at this point, other than sort of in concept, does it make sense? Do you like the ideas? Are there challenges that they're not aware of that, I know that the land in Woburn, in some places is quite steep.
Yeah.
It might make sense to do some kind of a site walk out there, and I don't know if it would make sense to do a joint one with both commissions or some members of it, or just have like a sit down and chat and then go out and take a look.
I
But-
think it might be premature to do a site, I think we start by saying, yeah, let's talk.
Okay.
Right?
So
Don't
is everyone interested in that, or are there a few people that might be interested? If everyone does it, then we have to advertise it as a public meeting. So if there's just a couple of people who want to reach out and then they can report back to the commission as a whole, we could certainly do that.
I would never say no
So
for a
so I'm
suggestion.
completely on
Can you guys
board.
just state which property you're referring to? Because you guys all know, but nobody else has
So-
any idea.
so the
It's
pro-
Mahoney's property behind there, or Lexington Street.
So it's actually the property behind Winning Farm.
Oh, okay,
Yep. And then in Winchester, they have another parcel on their side as well.
okay, thank you,
Yep.
sorry. I just
No,
wanted
thank
to-
you for asking.
Don't worry, you were
Thank-
absolutely
Thank you for
right.
asking. Yep.
So I'm fully on board with having that type of exploratory conversation with Winchester up in that parcel of land. And I know that parcel of land really well, and not from being a member of the Conservation Commission, but in terms of the wildlife and the coyotes that are up in that area, and some of the rescues that have been attempted up in that area. So, yeah, I'd be very much on board with talking to Winchester about that.
Well, as the newest member, would you like to take this on?
Yeah, I would.
Okay?
Yeah, I
Okay.
would.
So
Absolutely.
I'll connect with you about the best way to connect with them.
Yeah,
Okay,
that'd be fine.
great, thank you.
Awesome,
Welcome.
awesome.
And then let me know.
All right, moving on. Teresa, do you want to explain 78 Lowell Street?
Yeah, so I handed out to everybody, it looks like this.
Yep.
Whoops. And the reason I gave it to everyone is because I just wasn't sure the direction to go in. This is, the front plan is for an addition, and it's part of a building permit application that came in. The second page is just from our, an aerial photo from the GIS. And so there is wetlands there nearby, so it looks like it would be buffer zone, but not in a wetland. And the question that I have for the commission is whether or not this should require a request for a determination of applicability, or if the commission would like me to sign off on the addition. So,
Is it 100 or 150 foot?
So they're certainly within, I think that they're within jurisdiction. I don't know the exact distances because they didn't put wetlands on the plan that they submitted. So just looking at the second sheet, that's kind of a rough, but that's not necessarily flagged wetland either. So, I mean, if the commission would like, I don't think it necessarily would trigger a notice of intent.
So is
But if the
second
commission thinks
house
it
in
should.
100?
It-
Oh, yeah. They're definitely, I would say at least an IDA.
Okay, all right.
Does
I will-
anybody disagree?
No, that makes
Oh,
sense.
I agree with that, Dwayne.
Okay,
IDA?
I agree
Yeah,
with that.
DA.
okay, then I will have them file an RDA, and that'll be on a future agenda.
Very good. Anybody else have anything to bring before the commission?
Hearing none, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
The ayes carry.
Beautiful.